I'm going to talk to them now. Hello, how are you? Good afternoon. Be back in a minute. Oh, no, I won't. I'll stay. Do you need sticky tape?
Who?
Do you need sticky tape?
No.
It's still here. These Maywoods that we're giving away would have looked really good with the new Liberties. Who's in the building? Good afternoon, Maureen. Good afternoon, Sue. Hi. Barb, hello. I replied, didn't I? Yes, I did. Good afternoon, Yvonne. Yvonne says, good afternoon, Leesa and all. Thank you very much. Judy's here. Jackie's here. Fellow quilters. Fellow quilters, Steve and Rob, actually, probably, Barb. Good afternoon, Jill. I know. Aren't they absolutely beautiful? I'm not going to have to do much today. Jill, your box is leaving. Hasn't quite made it out the door today, but it's leaving tomorrow. I'll catch up with you on that. I'm pretty surplus today. The fabric's going to do all the talking, and Emma's going to do all the talking because she's back.
Stop it.
Good afternoon, Jenny, Janet. Good afternoon, Sharon. I saw you nick in a sneaky little order. I've seen it sitting there. I think Steve's planning on starting orders once Emma and I leave him in peace in the cutting room. Good afternoon, Lynette. Julie is here. Hello, Merle. Carlene's here. Helen's here. Jane's here. Everyone's here. Oh, Rhonda, have you? Rhonda's been practicing her circles with her new foot. Is that your circular embroidery attachment, buddy? Is that one? Can't remember. Hello, Wendy. To you. And let's see. Michelle Fisher's here. Do you know, I actually rang Michelle because just to check on her and to say hi and say Happy New Year, and then I just slipped in that, have you got a zucchini relish recipe? I have found one. The hunt for the zucchini relish recipe is gone. However, you may indulge me today, if you would so please. I need to show you. I have a zucchini with an identity crisis. I'll show it to you in a minute. Hello, Judy. Ruth. Emma, should I tell Ruth what I'm calling my chooks?
I'm not sure because I can't remember what you're calling your chook.
Well, there are several.
Oh, yes.
I need a set of 3 names.
Yes. Yes, you should.
Besides Huey, Dewey and Louie.
Yeah, but they're customers.
But can I call them Deb, Josie and Ruth? Would they be offended?
Well, you know about the goats.
No. But because then they'll think they're chooks. But they're not. They are highly sophisticated feathered friends.
And they're very productive.
I don't know why, I just want to do it. Ruth's now going to go off and ring Deb and Josie and I'm going to be in big trouble. Hello, Ellie, and greetings to you in Scotland on the Isle of Man up north. Is that right? I've got it right. I think I have. How are you this morning? Is it snowing? Is it freezing cold? And I wish I was there. Hello, Kathy. Fiona's here as well. See, Fiona's put in a note for the gents in the building. Bernadette, good afternoon. Joan is here too. Oh, no, I purposely left the sound off at the start, Joan, on purpose, because sometimes there's just a few last little things that we need to say to each other. Sometimes we go live and I leave the sound off. Don't worry, I'm well over the stage where I forget, because there's a big sign here to remind me. Hello, Vicky, Karen. Oh, there's so many people here. I think I'll just start showing off my fabric. Carol, love the fabrics. Oh, hello, Emma. It's nice to have Em back. Wait till you see a top she's wearing. And she actually goes with the stand quite well, surprisingly, even though I forgot to tell her she had a live show today. Hello, Christine. Hello, Diana. Lovely to see you. Yeah, Rhonda's got her circular foot attachment. I love that thing. I so love that thing. There's just too many toys to play with. Hello, Christine. You're getting lots of hellos, Kui-san.
Oh, hi.
Judy Vermeulen's in the building. Marie's here. Judy, maybe we need a Zoom meeting or something for our 7 series girls. I'm doing a 7 series Bernina's Saturday morning. It's on. And I did tell Mr. Nathan from Bernina that I haven't heard boo, so dealerships in just sitting there. So we're all good for January, Feb. I'm unboxing the new 735 on Saturday morning here, and then we're going to talk about the differences in the 7s. I'm going to come up with some quirky and little interesting things if you have a 7 series machine, either from a 720 and then the 770 QE or the 770 QE Plus or a 750 and 790. So that's what I'm doing this week. Emma says she wants her homework too of things she has to go find on her machine. Hello Hazel, hello Gay. All right, you're all here. You beautiful girls, you're all saying hello. Deb Rumble's here too. The Rain's here. Where's Petra? Petra's not here yet. Petra needs to get her act together and get here. Petra sent a parcel which I have unpacked, and she was waiting for me to get it. It is the coolest parcel. She has sent me plate, cup and saucer sets that are Scottish to inspire me for my Scottish range, and she went and had me a digitally printed cookie cutter made with a waratah. Fantastic. I need to talk to her first. Then we're going to sort of incorporate them into a craft and cook show and things. They're absolutely amazing. So, where is she? I'll have to get on to her later. Okay. First of all, hang on. Steve, is the banner up, down? Right, banner's up. So, on the homepage of the website, everything we're going to talk about today, the banner is at the top, so you can click on that. If you find something like the other day that I'd missed, just let me know, because Steve's here today and he will fix it up for you. Or if I talk about something I haven't mentioned, I'll scream it out to him and he will organise it. But the first thing is, because it is our birthday year, it is 20 years, Chandler's Cottage this year, we need to have a bit of fun. You know, mix things up a bit. There will be limited edition things, there will be projects for the birthday, there will be cakes for the birthday, there will be lots of things.
I was just about to poke my head in and say, will there be cake?
There will be cake. There'll be more than cake. There'll be a cake book.
Okay.
The book's finally happening. I told some of the girls, I had a meeting with Cass to work out what marketing she needed to do, and she sent me away to make a quilt and a book. I'm not quite sure what went wrong with that meeting. I was trying to delegate and it didn't work. First of all, I also said, do you like the scarf? It's got elephants on it. I have to show you my scarf. Let me find a button. That button. Can you see my heffalumps? I am wearing, look, isn't it beautiful? I'm wearing this today for 2 reasons. One, planes flying over, sorry about the noise. 2 reasons. One, Stephen bought me this scarf back from China when he went on camp in year 9, and it matches the set. And secondly, because we do have an elephant special coming up. So if you are into elephants, stay tuned or tell your friends that are into elephants. Giveaways. This is an example of a giveaway during the show. I have one beautiful pack of, and I will be honest, this was a gift to me from one of my distributors, and I am re-gifting it as a prize. Maywood Studio Kimberwell Basics. This little pack here is a disaster for me, because then when I sat down with Kate and went through all the new liberties that are coming in, which I'll have on the show for you next week, I'd been looking at this pack for about a week, and it has had a big fat influence on me in what I have ordered. So all orders placed from let's say from 1:45, because some of you are a bit sneaky sometimes and hop on and have a look early, and I haven't checked the orders. From 1:45 today, any orders placed go in the draw to win this pack, and that will get closed off when this will get closed off at midnight on Sunday. You know how we usually sometimes have specials. I've only got one sort of fabric special for you today because we had a lot last week. So at midnight on Sunday, the draw closes, and I'm going to have all the numbers of the orders in a hat, and we're going to draw it out on next week's show, and then we'll repost that. It's heavy, Em. There's masses in here. 92 10-inch squares.
Holy cow, that's a lot of fabric.
That's a lot of fabric. So you got 2 of each. That's yummy. Will I leave it here? Just, I need to I don't know where to put it.
Take him away. He's
Take him
got
away.
nothing to say.
Okay, now, you're right.
Yep,
Have a
I'm
good
putting
trip.
a mat there.
Emma is going to do a demo for you today, which is really us finally getting around to delivering what we promised. There's no better way to put it. So, we had a Creative Grids ruler last year with a project, and a lot of you actually bought it and sat and waited. And it's back today with the top and everything finished of the table and the placemat. So she's going to do that for you. I get to show and tell, but also I'm going to do a little applique technique for you inspired by this. So they're the two little things we're going to do today. First of all, this fabric behind me is Timeless Treasures. I absolutely love Chong Wang. She's, since the passing of the beautiful Peggy Toole at Robert Kaufman, Chong has taken over as my favourite bling designer. For want of a better word, my bling designer. So when she designs fabric, I will usually, with metallic, I will usually buy all of it. And I don't do that very rarely. I usually pick the eyes out of collections to go with what we've already got. Oh, Ali, you're in the Highlands. I do apologise. Not near Isle of Man. We have someone else that is on the Isle of Man. I do apologise, but I've got my girls mixed up. I think that's Alison. That's probably why. I'm so sorry, Ali. But you're in the Highlands, and you've had snow, but not at the moment. Got you. Hello, Leslie. Lovely to see you. Checkup done for the year. Oh, good. First checkup. Excellent, Catherine. I'm so pleased. Where do we find the lesson you did the other night with my handle and the borders, please? That is on the Chandler's Cottage Facebook page, Sharon. So if you are doing the Chandler's Cottage Applique Sampler, it's on our private club Facebook page. And if you are doing it and you haven't joined that page yet, please put in a request to join. A lot of you have requested to join. If you don't answer the questions and it includes a yes, I'm in the club, you don't get in. So if you've tried to get in, that would be why we haven't let you in. Because it's just for the girls that are in it. Chong. Now, you can't have the panel on its own at the moment. And there's a story, I'll tell you why. But we have actually set up some beautiful kits. We have debated about what to do with this while we've been waiting for it to arrive, because it's all gorgeous and we really didn't know. And we talked about pre-cut packs, quilts, all sorts of different things, and then we just decided this morning this is just silly. We're going to tell the girls about the kit that we are planning on making and offer you the kit now, because I'm quite sure you'll be able to envisage it. It's just we're doing through the window with it, which is one of our classic patterns to use panels. So we've made the kits up with the panel, and we're offering those first, and we're going to do that for a good week. If we find at the end of that not all of the panels have sold, then we will offer them separately. But I'm sure you can understand the quilt doesn't work without the panel. So all of, look at them, aren't they just, they're just stunning. So they're all on the website except for the panel. The panel is in the kit at the moment, and I'll show you first of all. I want to show you the kit because then that kind of covers off a lot of the fabrics as well. Let me move those out of the way. Heavens, it's all go. Right. So, the panel is a classic size 60 centimetre panel. I know a lot of you will have things that you'll want it for, but we can only get one bolt of this. It was really, I literally sat and watched for the release of it. A bit like buying tickets to a concert. Look at that. Look at I don't know if you can see it on the wall as well, but look at the swirl. So the kit's got this 60 centimetre panel in here. Now, for the pattern that we are doing, we are popping in this complementary pattern with it. This is through the windows. So you can see what I mean. This panel is going to go here in the middle. The sashing is still going to be black. So that's in the middle. Actually, I might leave that there. Then the pattern calls for you to have your two two sort of the bigger feature prints, you need 25 centimeters of each. So look at that. It's iridescent, absolutely iridescent. So this is in the kit, but it's also available on its own by the half-meter increments on the website. This is the other one that I chose for the 25 centimeters because after making several different versions of this little, it is, you know, we could say it's a popular quilt, couldn't we, Kusam?
Yep.
Yeah. After doing this quite a few times, we learnt to get the best effect with these two larger pieces to make one floral and make one geometric. So that's the two 25 centimeters that you get in. And when you go to the website, you'll see, you can have a look at them again there too. Then you need 7 fat 8s. So this is why I didn't just throw it all up and make you, for want of a better word, buy. I'm going to take this out of the way. Buy half-meter pieces when you only need fat 8s. So the other 7, look at that. Whoa. Hi, Steve. Freezer paper.
Do you want a tag?
Oh, yes, please.
Then you,
Can I have it?
Yeah. The scissors that we got back in stock.
Yeah, I've got one here.
Do you want those tagged?
Yes, please.
Uh,
All right, thanks. So you've got this beautiful leaf on the aqua. So Steve was just checking what we wanted tagged so that you could see what. I'll make sure we've got everything that we've got on the set for you. This leaf is just beautiful. I can't get over the shading. Every single one of them is a little piece of ombre. Beautiful little new butterflies. This is, we're calling this shooting stars because it's got little, this actually comes in way more colours than we're putting in the kit, so I'll show you. If you are in a quilter's life, I was playing with the black version, you would know, on the weekend. And then you've got an aqua, then you've got this gorgeous thing, look at that, it's like a marble. Alright, so they are in. Now, the 7th one that I've put in the kit, I went a bit rogue. I went back and pulled out her previous collection. I had stashed this little dragonfly, remember this gorgeous thing? So he's now been pulled from stock and he's gone into these kits for now. Look at that. That's how all these colours work. So they are the 7 fat 8s in the pack, and then you've also got all of the black for the sashing and the binding. Em and I did all the maths because these prints, you know, we can hold off for so long, but it's getting really, really hard, and we've had to put these in at $27.50, not $26, because the shipping now out of the States, air freight, well, you know that. So we've put it at that, but when Emma and I worked out the kit, I think it should be at around 92, but we've made the kit 85. So if you can envisage for me, because I was going to sit and make one, and I might, but I might not get it done for 3-4 weeks, and I thought, I'm so sure that a lot of you will go, oh, that makes sense. And they're all lots of little pieces, so you can, there's just so much fun. Every single little panel has its own number or letter, so you can really have fun getting the placement right where you want it all to be. I'm going to bow backwards. Jackie, can I please order a kit? Absolutely. You've got to www.chandlerscottage.com, and then you click the little banner at the top that Steve's put on for the live show today, and those kits are in there with all of the fabrics and things as well. Tina, dropped in for a little bit. Oh, you can't find the kit. Oh, goodness. Okay. Give me a tick. I'll ask Stephen. Steve, the girls can't find the kit, darling. Can we check it's tagged, please? He's going to check. You might have to have a little bit of a hunt through because all of the fabrics are actually tagged. There's a lot of stuff tagged for today's show, so you might need to have a little bit of a look, but he's double checking for you. And he'll do that, so that's fine. Okay, so I'm just going to pop those aside.
It's called Timeless Treasures Through the Window Kit.
And it's tagged.
Yeah.
Okay. It's called Timeless Treasures Through the Window Kit. So Timeless Treasures is the fabric company that make the fabric. Through the Window is the name, and kit. But it will be in all those ones if you click on that top banner. He tells me. Who said it's definitely there? Thanks, Jane. How big is the quilt for backing? Oh, that's a very sensible question. Christine asked that. The quilt is 41 wide by 61 high. So if you are going to quilt it yourself, you might just sneak it in, allowing enough on the sides out of one width of fabric. My inkling would be to choose something that actually has you can join two pieces together that would actually go two pieces horizontally and have a seam in the middle going that way. Other than that, I'd buy a Drop Dead Gorgeous fabric, and all my leftovers from the front, you will have a bit leftovers from the front you can run as a piece panel down the middle of your backing. That would be really nice as well. Hi, you coming in?
No, I was just putting the silencer on the tape gun.
Oh, the tape gun.
The silencer on the gun.
Silencer on the tape gun. It's exciting when the tape gun comes out, because you know orders are being filled and things. It's very exciting. Right. So, two of the fabrics that are not in the kit that are part of this collection I've got here on the counter, and these are more of these. Oh, that's stuff everywhere. I'm going to get rid of these for a minute. Shooting Star prints. It's all happening out there. They're all being noisy and stuff. There we go. Can you see that? So, it is this really, really nice, bright, vibrant jade green, minty jade green, and it's got lots of little purpley lilac-y specks through it. So there's that one, and this is the one I was playing with on A Quilter's Life, if you remember. This was the other day when we were making reverse applique Easter eggs, funnily enough. This has got really bright aqua and purple and blue. This would be stunning. Wouldn't that be great for the back? If you really wanted to indulge, that would be the back of your Through the Window quilt. They're really yummy. So this one also is not in the kit. So just so you can see as well, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's enough. I think it's M.
Hello.
How many of these different shooting stars did we have? Was it 8? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I believe you.
6.
They
So
were
we're going to
very
do this.
heavy.
So we're going to do these as a fat quarter pack, won't we?
Did we even talk about that? I don't think we got that far.
It was a very busy morning.
It was.
I want a fat quarter pack. This just beautiful. I mean, this just screams boy quilt to me. In fact, so said Stephen Chandler has just placed not his first, his second, but his third order for a quilt. He wants this one. So you've got, that's the little leaf that I showed you that's in. I think what I really like about this collection too, you've got so much variation in scale. So that's that little leaf. These are your two, there's your purple, shooting stars, make nice butterflies. Very nice butterflies. That's the aqua. So there's two blues that are quite close together. This is the one that's in the kit, but this one is paler. So if you just want a little bit more oomph, you see that? So they're just slightly different. This is the one that's going to go with our zips. So if you are into the concept of, I'm going to leave that one down for a minute, of bag making, our ombre zips are front and center with this collection. Yep. I put a call in yesterday to the Deafness Foundation and no one answered the phone.
No funny joke.
I'm not making any funny jokes about them answering the phone. No, because I was prompted by the arrival of these pretty things to give them a call. Remember how we always used to have the deafness foundation pins. So I will put the call in again and try and get in contact with him, because the size and the colour of these would be perfect to use for little pin cushions and little purses, and then we can definitely start getting back into having little purses and things with our deafness foundation pins and supporting them. Right. Okay, then we've got, Rhonda, I know why. Hang on. Every time you talk and it's louder than me, the sound cuts out. Not used to having them here. Look at that. I won't lie, that's probably my favourite of the coordinates. Anyway, you are getting an idea of what they look like, I hope, and then just beautiful. Okay, we'll put these back up. So there's just heaps of them. I might show you the other ones after Em's been in for a bit, because there's just heaps and they're just all lovely. This one, I'll just show you this with the zip. One of these zips here. Yeah, this was the one. Okay. So, of course, when this came in, I had to have a look and see how they worked. So you can see that looks really good with that one. So these are our zips that are on, and again, Steve's tagged them today. With the black, we've got the black zip set, but also this will go as well. And what was the other one? Oh, I'm gonna have to pull this one back down. Stay with me. Don't leave me. This one. We'll pop that there. That. So that's going to pick up this beautiful pinky lilac colour that's in here in the leaves. So I did mark those up today. Sometimes we tag stuff that's not new, but I do it because I sort of think if I was at home and I can't touch and I can't look and I can't go out into the storage area and play with all the zips, I like to be able to at least confidently let you know what does work. Getting a stiff neck. Keep going back and forth. Alright, now there's lots more I want to show you, but I'm going to let Em come and have a play, though I shouldn't, because I can hear she's actually cutting kits out there for
3 fabrics to go.
Oh, 3 fabrics to go. If we leave her long enough, she's cut the kits for what she's going to show you. I'm not silly. I'm not silly. Not at all. Petra's here.
Hello, Petra.
You're a naughty girl. Petra wins Innovative Present of the Year. Legend. With a business opportunity attached, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I will show everyone in a minute. Alright, so while we let Emma just finish cutting so I don't have to do it. I've done enough today. Back in stock stuff. Sounds very technical. These were the little scissors that we were out of stock of from before Christmas. So these are the 5.5 inch or 140 millimeter. These are lovely for cutting round applique pieces, cutting into your little snips and stuff. So you're not going too small, but they're a really nice size for cutting small pieces. And the girls up at Sew Line that we get all our chalk pens and our glue sticks and stuff from had a little limited thing going on with these beautiful scissors. So if you know someone that loves pink, these are just, look, they're just a lovely little set. They're a little pricey, but they are beautiful. Made in Japan, gorgeous. So for the girls out there that love hot pink and a little bit of bling, we've only got 4 sets of these. Well, I didn't go overboard. But they're just there if you want to stash something for Mum for Mother's Day too. They're up there. Why did this shop never stock online freezer paper? I do not know. but we do now. So now we've got tearaways in abundance. We've even got elastic M.
What?
Yeah, I know what it's for. It's coming up. So there's freezer paper now online as well. So if you do live a long way from a spotty or a local store, we have got that as well. It's all part of that lecture I went to on, what was it? Confidence marketing. Was that it? Something like that. People have confidence that they can get what they need. I think that's what it was. After our big sale, and we had end of bolts and a lot of stuff left over, I wanted to do something that was just a little bit different to start off the year for those that love a little bit of a mystery, or perhaps just need a little bit of a kick on for the year. Who's been running? Petra's been running around like a white rabbit.
I'm like for very.
I was going to say, what's so different to a black rabbit or a brown rabbit? Oh, now I get it. Can we have a show and tell when you've made Steve's quilt, please, Sylvia? Sure. Well, Steve's 3 quilts. Sylvia wants a show and tell. Will be this quilt made up. Emma and I had an idea to just send him home with a sewing machine.
He did choose one. He chose 2.
He very smartly chose a 570. I think it was a very good move. And the Be Mindful quilt. And I'm evidently designing a quilt with my green dragons. But sure, Sylvia, you will see them all. Definitely. Okay, so once I did all of that, I picked some more fabrics. And I have done a mystery bundle of fat 8s. You've got 16 of them. And I can't remember what price I put it at, but it's really, really good. It's $58 worth because I'm throwing in paper pieces as well. I think it's $39.50. This is just a little representation of what you might get, but you've got 16. 16. So what's this one got? Oh, see, that's got some of those elephants that we had. It's got some fans. It's got some oriental. But the main thing I can guarantee is that they are all feature prints. There are no plains or batiks or shimmers or shadow plays. They're not even an ombre. They're all feature prints, and they're all going to be different. You're not going to get 2 the same. I just thought it was a little kick on for the year. Or maybe if you are in a group or a swap group, you have got very reasonably priced 16 fat 8s to send out in elephants. Send out in envelopes to your friends. And we're no. And we're popping in a pack of 100 2-inch sided hexagons. So you might even take it upon yourself to make a hexagon a day or 2 a day. Whatever takes your fancy. Just a little bit of fun. We have got 8 of those because that's how many packs I've got left. That's that. Okay, you're up.
Oh, I need to cut just a few more cuts.
Right. Come on, she says.
Haven't you got anything else?
Yeah, but I'm running out. This is not a script now. It's never a script. This is our special for today. I thought, colour-wise, might be appropriate. And so we have marked down our lovely Michael Miller. I can't talk. You have to come. Michael Miller.
Can't you sentence the string
No. Michael Miller toile in the teal. I got Steve to pop that down to 18 a metre, and that's tagged as well. So that's our little special for today, and that will then go back. Oh, lordy. She's here! Under protest. Yeah. I will come back and show you these other ones after I've been at the back, had a G&T, a few canapes. We could have a G&T.
Cut that last bolt if you're not careful.
I'll come back and show you these. We'll come back and talk about ombres and fairy frost as well that go with these. I've got threads out to match as well. And I'm going to do a little demo today for you with some a couple of new fabrics that are down there as well. Suppose you want me to clear the deck now?
Not necessarily. I won't be here for a long time, just a good time.
Oh, because then you're going to go iron?
Yeah, I'm going to go and cut and sew a bit more.
Oh, that's... Okay. And then come back?
Yes.
And then go again?
No, you don't. Once it gets to that stage, no, you don't need another go.
Sorry, it was a staff meeting. I'm not talking to my imaginary friend. She really is here.
Just a voice from beyond.
The girls know it's time for a haircut when the crimper doesn't even work and last a whole show.
Because they haven't seen me yet.
You cut your own.
Well, I did this time because I had to.
Alright. I'm out of here.
Don't
What,
go
5
far.
minutes? Do you want the iron on yet?
No, thank you.
Okay.
Unless you want me to use it.
No, don't
Okay.
forget to take one home though.
Right.
Right, you're in.
Oh, you can swap in. And it's an appearance, excuse me, because I have not had a haircut. So what should be standing up and looking fantastic is, and it's so hot. And yes, I still have a mask on because I'm looking after other people here because I've been out in the community and all that jazz. Now, last year, a long time ago, Leesa had the folded corner clipper, extra large. And it comes with this pattern. Now if I go to here, I think I can show it to you better. So let me put some fabric behind it so you can see it better. So here's our great big folded corner clipper XL ruler, and it comes with an instruction sheet to make a table runner and 4 placemats. They've shown pictured 2 in the illustration with the 2 different orientations, but you can make 4. And if I go back to here, I can show you we've made the table runner and 2, but I'll show you one at a time. No, we've made 4. So we've got 2 in this orientation with the starburst in the middle, and then 2 again in this orientation with the plainer. Now it's not totally plain that we have here. It is actually got, it's a cream with a lovely gold hail spot over it. So it goes beautifully with all of the other metallics that are in the kit.
Hi.
Just can't stay away.
I can't stay away. This is a special shout out.
Oh, a special shout out. Hang on, do I need Miss Helena's magic mirror?
It's a shout out to the ladies in the exclusive CCAS, known as the Chandler's Cottage Applique Club.
Applique Sample Club.
Applique
Yes.
Sample Club. They got a little special deal
Oh.
just for them on Facebook, and will go in the newsletter. But in Facebook goes, if they've already ordered what you were offered in that show, we're only cutting those now. So if they're ordering today, we'll try and keep an eye on them. But Steve, so just put in the comments, please combine.
Yep.
Or I've already got an order in or something.
CCAS.
And we will do our absolute best to combo for them.
Barbara Lawrence.
Yes.
Please ignore the email that you just got
Oh, okay.
saying that your other order's been shipped.
Hi, Bob.
I'll combine it this
So,
afternoon.
yeah, for example, Barbara Lawrence had an order in, and Steve is going to combine hers for her.
Okay.
I'm leaving now. Can you
As
just
you
show
were.
the girls this? This is really cool.
Okay. I need to show you this, or can we get it sharp enough? This QR code down here. And you can see a demo if you scan it with your iPad with a QR reader, or even your phone if you wanted to watch anything. I don't know that under the plastic I can get it to be sharp enough for you. But if you looked up Creative Grids, you would find demos of the ruler, and we're actually going to do a little bit of demoing with it today too. So, in your kit, that's the binding that we're going to put onto these placemats and table runners, and she's back again.
Well, I'm thinking something. Let's see that.
So in your kit you have 12 10-inch squares, and they are cut ready for you to use. And you have 30 inches of the beautiful cream with the gold hail spot. That becomes the cream in the background of the table runner, or as it's recognised in the pattern, the light. We've called these the darks and this the lights. And your binding fabric, we've chosen to bind in one of the fabrics that's actually already in the project. Can I find, here's one where it is in the project. It's Leesa's little pear flowering gum print. So that's what's in your kit. Then Steve has tagged it so you can find it on the banner, and I'm going to pop that out of the way. So when you purchase the ruler, you do receive the pattern as well. Now, Leesa and I, when we first looked at this, we thought we were pretty clever. Yeah, we can work that out. Yeah, that's half square triangles that are pictured down here. That's half square triangles. We know how to do that. We can do that. Well, let me just say, it's one of those patterns where...
Copy, son. You have to take your mask off.
Oh, no lippy, no face, no fair.
They can't hear.
Okay. It's one of those patterns where you need to sit down and do what the pattern says. For instance, it does say place a light and dark square right sides together and press to help hold the pairs together. So many times I think, yeah, I don't need to do that, I'll just put them together and sew. No, it's useful to press them. Now, when I first started making this quilt with Leesa, I thought, oh my God, there's so much waste in this. There is not. This is the little trimmings that's left over from your kit. Because I was concerned, because I've got to work out which camera this is. This is camera 4. Cut, and I'm just going to have to maneuver a little bit here. So you take your pairs of squares. Now I've only got a limited number of them today, and they're not what's actually in the kit. This is just to show you the process. And you've got your pairs of squares together, and you've pressed them to make them stay together. And then you use the corner clipper ruler, and you cut over here. Now that is actually 1/4 of an inch past the diagonal between the two outside points. And then you take away and set aside, now I've got a spare block sitting under there as well, and set aside all, it tells you how many to cut and use at each time. Just follow the pattern. Don't be as clever as you think. Just do exactly what the pattern says. And take away and set aside the leftover triangles, because you do use those. First of all, you make the table runner, but then you use the leftover triangles and the squares you didn't use in the first round to make the placemats. Then you sew 1/4 of an inch from the edge. Now, yes, I've done a little bit. Here's one I prepared earlier, and this is not the one that I've ironed. So I've actually got a stitching line there and press to the dark side. Now it's not dark, but it is darker. So I've pressed to the dark side, and you do that in 2 orientations. So I had my diagonal that way and my diagonal that way, because as you can see, where am I? The angles are different. I can't put these pieces over there because the angle would be going that way. So in order to get that lovely pattern, you do them in this orientation. Now when you're sewing it, yes, you do look at it in such a way that they are essentially the same. And they are essentially the same when you've pressed them. But when it comes to the next step, which I'm going to take away to do, but I will show you just a few, because I can do that on the ones I've already pressed. So here's another one. I've stitched it, but I haven't pressed it yet. But you need to be mindful with the pattern of exactly what you're doing. So here in the pattern, I'm not going to zoom in or anything, but you can see that we're setting the triangles, the half square triangles, with dark against light and light against dark, and then you cross cut them. So I'm going to set those two aside for now. And I bet I haven't got a rotary cutter. Yes, I have. Leesa left one in here. So I'm mindful that I've got my orientations exactly the way the pattern says. I'm not trying to be clever. And then you cross cut. Just need a ruler, a regular ruler, back in one moment. Can I have a regular ruler, please? Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, and I've just seen on the floor where they are. Then we're cross cutting. Just give myself some room so you can see. Into 2-inch strips. So they'll be 2-inch by 10-inch. You want to make sure you've got a nice sharp blade, obviously, too. Missed that little bit there. No fudging. Yes, this is me with my tongue poking out, concentrating. Because it does rely on you being very accurate. There's my last 2-inch cut. Beautiful. And then you can see the pattern explains to you, but if I show you in real fabric, in terms of real fabric, that you can rearrange the strips in order to achieve that sawtooth kind of edge. Now you could, I suppose, use just 2 fabrics, but to get this lovely scrappy interesting look, we've used the pattern uses 12 fabrics, and I've cut just 4 today for the purpose of showing you how to mix it up. So I'm just about to go off and mix them up. Are you ready to come back?
No, just hang around.
You want me to cut again?
No.
No, because I can go off and sew that together.
Yeah,
I can go back to Maine.
Go back to Maine. So what are you up to?
I've made
Whoa.
that.
Oh.
See, we weren't that clever.
Did you tell the girls that we thought we were
Yeah, we
better
thought
than
we
the
were
pattern?
clever. Yeah, we're not that clever.
No, we're not.
It's a very clever.
You can't beat
thing.
the creative grids designers.
Yes.
They're unbelievable.
So,
Well, we, it's just not our thing. I mean,
no,
it's
we
not,
do our stuff.
but we marvel at what they do, and I love
yeah.
using them. Is that you? That's what you're
That
doing.
was me. That was so that I had.
So what are you
slippery
doing now?
lace.
So what's happening now? You're
So
going to
now I'm
play
going
on my
to go
machine.
and play again. I'm going to take these away, and I told the girls these ones that I cut off, I trimmed off the big squares.
Yep.
You set them aside. You don't panic like I did and go, that's so much waste. No, it's not. You use those bits
Oh, in the
in the placemats. and some, because
And
you still
did
have
you-
some squares left over.
And
as well.
this is not the same as though you can't just keep adding them on to the table runner.
No, because this triangle is not the same size.
That's the
As-
other one because it's the cut-off triangle template.
You've got it, this triangle, and it's actually very easy to see once it's been chopped.
Oh yeah, look at the difference in size.
It's the seam allowance,
It's the seam
effectively.
allowances.
You
Okay,
can just see there. Did I
Right.
give you enough contrast?
we believe you.
Thousands wouldn't.
Did you see this as well? What happens in when they send out these, when you order them
Mhm.
as a business, they come with our name on them and our website.
I did see that.
Isn't that cool?
That is very cool.
I don't know.
But
how they
the
do that.
QR code that's printed on the ruler, because it's under plastic,
Mm.
I couldn't make that come up sharp.
Oh
so-
no, because of the
Yeah.
No,
'cause
so
it's not
when
on
you-
this bit, but it's on the packaging.
yeah. So
down
if you
there.
haven't got one yet, or you haven't unpacked it yet, keep that little black bit.
Does it show you more groovy things to do with the same ruler?
Yeah, all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff.
Maybe
so
I
keep
could make
that
friends with it. I'm not as smart as the average bear.
classic.
And another thing to note, if you stop this project midway through, make sure you pick up everything. Even the bits that look like they're nothing, because this project did get started when we were back in the warehouse.
It
and
did, and they all know that
surprisingly-
because a lot of them in weddings since
Yes.
we were back in the warehouse.
Surprisingly, we lost only one.
It
I
is
can
a
tell you
surprise.
which one. We lost this little strip between my fingers here. So I pieced it to such a point. Thankfully, it was one that went on an edge. And then we just made it up from some scrappy bits that we could cut straight off the bolt, which was an interesting concept. And I think we were missing 2 squares, but they were just fun looking squares that just didn't get picked up at the time. But now we're all good, we're back on track, and we can quilt and bind, and Leesa will have some lovely placemats and table runner for you.
Yay! I know that Ruthie has dogged on me.
Auntie Ruth.
No,
No?
Ruth as in our Ruth.
Ruth
Bear,
of the chickens.
because Deb's now watching. Jill loves your top. Yeah,
Thanks.
Jill, if you want to come round, I'll hold it down, you rip it off. I agree.
Oh, that's usually something we say about customers.
It is. Cindy's here. Hazel's here. Wendy Stokes is here.
Okay. Are you ready to be here?
I'm as ready as I will ever be.
You look more ready than me. How did you manage to find more fabric that goes with you and the backdrop
It's a
today?
skill, mate.
It is a skill.
No, it's just more
Oh.
fabric.
Exit stage right.
Yes, you can exit stage right. So, Ruth, I will let you tell Deb what I said about so-called chicken coop sitting out under the grapevines, waiting for assembly. I'm very excited. Because we're not moving to the country yet, maybe early next year, so I'm going to bring the country to us for a while first. This, as you all know, is our new baby, and I've got it out because we've got new fabric here that goes with it. Caught Steve and I off guard because we it came in with all of our new, a lot more Hoffman Batik colours, and we sort of unwrapped it and it got mixed up with them. Can you see that? Look, it's Batik, it's Hoffman, but it's an ombre. It's a hand-dyed ombre, and watch. Ta-da! It goes all the way up to light. So when I bought this, I bought 2. I bought this one, and I'm just happy it goes with this because it means now we can perhaps do some really nice applique. And I want to show you a little technique this afternoon, just for fun, about doing little gnarly branches. So it just, I just like to be able to show you I found something else that goes with my new baby. So I'll leave that one there, pop this away. And this is the other one. Can you see that okay? I might do is actually pop it over here. Just for this one. Show it to you there. So it just looks like quite a chunky hand dyed, but she goes pale on the other side. So if you are into doing a lot of collage, mosaic style quilts, this is beautiful. But with both of them, you could also use them as quite a stunning background. So this is going to be way out there background, of course, but you could use it, you know, for sunsets, for hues and all sorts of things. And this one in particular is going to be just beautiful to use as a background, but also just a multi-purpose foliage to have sitting around. So I've actually just gone and cut a little piece of this to show you just my little gnarly branch technique. Ooh, speaking of applique, we did sell we sold out of all of our grey applique essential packs that have got the silver metallic, and we couldn't replace all the fabrics that are in them. So a little bit like the purple ones, we've done new ones. So this is the new pack. So this incorporates, now we've got Robert Kaufman Regent Fusions in here in the black grey with the silver. Some of them are the same. So you've got some of the Northcote Shimmers and 6644s in there. The Quilter's Linen is back in, but I have popped in Precious Metals by Benetix, which is that solid. You know how we've got the gold solid one in the Chinatown tote kits? I'll be honest, I had 2 meters of these set aside for something before Christmas, and I'm waiting on a new bulk to arrive, but I did have enough to make up these packs. So there's new grey ones, grey and silver ones ready to go. I know a lot of you originally bought those for Christmas projects and things, but they are lovely, and they do go with Melba as well in the grey and the pink. They come fancy schmancy. Steve, could you grab me a teal and a purple applique essentials pack, just so we can check how well they go with this new Timeless Treasures range? So first thing I need to do, I need to create for myself to show you this technique just a little bit of background. So I'm going to use the darker end, thank you, the darker end of the bolt, and I'm going to add a little bit of whisper weft on it. I want it just a little bit like when we are, don't you love this, which was the wrong side. I can tell from the way the holes are punched through on the selvage. Just like when we're doing embroidery, you do need just sometimes a little bit of stabilizer behind, because we're going to do a lot of twists and turns. They are shocking scissors. I've got paper scissors in here from doing sandpaper templates. So I'm just going to, wrong way.
Are you making scissors?
No, I'm good. Thank you. Actually, Em, I might get you to iron this for me on the big board. Can you do this for me? And I'll show you.
You'd like a bit of whisper weft on there?
Yeah, and you might want to use an applique sampler mat for it.
Okay.
I do find some. Yeah, on my desk there's about 50 in the back box. Top left corner. With whisper weft, I don't know about you, because it's adhesive and it's woven, if you hit it with a hot iron, you just get just a little bit come through sometimes. So I think it is really worth putting it on a Teflon mat. Sort of plug this iron in. Plug my little one in. So while Em's doing that, I have cut some bias strips from the other end of that ombre. So that's sort of from about the middle, and that's heading up towards the lighter end. 3 things that you can do to create branches that twist and turn. You can, I'm going to do it with I might do it with this one. These are pieces, these strips have been cut at 5/8 of an inch, so that's the same as what you would do if you were popping them into a 1/4 inch by sneaker. So you can I hope they got the sound effect. Thanks. You can put them through a bias maker. You can just turn under one edge. So and as I go, because I want them to look gnarly. Whoops. That whoops was replacing what I would usually say, burning my fingers. You can just iron under one edge. Oh, hang on, that way. You can just do that. So you've got a folded one, and then when you actually put this down onto your fabric, you'll be able to slip stitch down one side and then needle turn and tuck under the other. So it's like giving yourself a little bit of a head start. You've got one side down and then the other one you can tuck under. Now what you can do is even make your strip wider and do the same thing, but then you're going to have a lot more fabric to fold underneath as you go, and that's not a bad thing with a gnarly branch, because you're literally using that seam allowance to roll it and shove it and press it up underneath against the other side, which is really going to act like a ledge for you, so that you get a really nice bunched up branch. In doing that though, you might always find that one side looks a bit flatter than the other because one has been pre-pressed and the other one has been needle turned as you go. So I always find it looks just that little bit different. Some of the girls and some of the things that we've been doing in the applique sampler, and that is a suggestion for the stem on the Waratah that we're doing, that's going out in the mail this week, is to actually fold in both sides. Now this is still fine, this is still going to give you the same effect. This time, and this is where you really got to be careful with your fingers, and I am not. Sometimes I'll use forceps, pair of scissors, an orange, like an orange wood manicure stick or something to hold this down. But if you do both sides like this, oh my goodness, okay, nearly there. I might just leave that in bit. If you do both sides, then they're both going to be flat. But what you can do then is come back through and actually add a little bit of wool or a little bit of cord up underneath to pad it out. So if I've got a few twists and turns happening as I go, I'll just have a little bit of wool, just a little bit of fluffy wool, about an 8 ply. And as I've slip stitched around down one side, I'll pop that little bit of wool underneath in here and then slip stitch down the other. And it will just give it a little raised effect. You can't go too crooked doing that, but certainly you can do some beautiful curved branches and things like what's on this tree. So you can do that. Now, the method that I absolutely love the most is, and I think it's because it's very freestyle, is to, I'll show you. What? It's a demo. Why am I even, Emma would love some scissors. Oh, she's in the other room. Never mind. No, she's all good. I got it. I'm good. Okay. I've changed my mind. I want a chalk pencil. On my desk or in a drawer. Somewhere there's one. This is where these ombres really come into effect, because that is the darkest part down the bottom. That is the lightest part over the top. So we can literally use the same fabric. One for the background and then one for the top. Merci beaucoup.
You sure you don't want a Frixian pen?
Oh, don't say that. I have to share the story. You can't share the story. I'm sharing the story. Let me draw this on first. Okay. So we just want this to go somewhere, anywhere. So I'm just, oh heavens, you're not going to be able to see that. It's green on green. Let's just grab a great big fat Sharpie. I want a gnarly branch. See, that's lined there, a really rickety branch. I'm going to have to sit down on the job. And we're going to use a running stitch down one side. I do need my tool tote, Christine. Nice. See, you will use your good stuff. I don't use my stuff. I'm very naughty. I do have all that stuff. It's in my sewing room next door. So there sort of needs to be a plan this year to get everything together. Now, what we're going to do is adhere one side down with a running stitch, but technically with the right side of the fabric down, and then we're going to flip it up and over. So this enables us to get a really freestyle. I want to come around this really tight curve here. There's a really tight curve there to show you. Again, if you love this fabric and you're wondering about colours for hand sewing, I did pop in and have a quick look at our Afina stand. So these are the Afina Wonderful threads that we have for hand sewing. So I just wanted to let you know, I had a look at colours. Number 7 is really good down one end, and number 19 is really good up the other end. I think I flew past Steve and said, tag this. And then in terms of needles, if you can bear it, I'd love you to go down to a size 12 applique needle. It is tiny, I'm not going to lie to you. You might want a needle threader with it, or if you're going to sew at night time, get them all threaded up during the day. And at the kitchen windows seems to always be a favourite spot for everyone, and then they are you're good. Okay, let's cut that. And the reason I like a really fine needle for doing this is that these batiks are just beautiful, and they are super tight weave, you know, and they're just fantastic for raw edge applique for that reason. Oh, Linda's having trouble. Hey, Em, can you ask Rob to just check our upload speed? Okay, so we're going to put the iron away because I really don't want to flatten anything out while I'm doing this. I'm going to lay my fabric so that my raw edge is just sitting on the edge of my Sharpie pen line. And in doing that, I just like to be able to see, just see that line. Hey, and can you come and pop the blind down for me? Because the girls, can you see that? I think you can just see that okay. So it's literally just sitting next to it. You can see I've got little stitches going on, but just tiny, tiny little running stitches, and you want them really nice and small because this is what you're doing instead of slip stitching. And then you can twist and turn this piece because it's nice and thin in any direction. And if I get a few bumps and lumps, I'm really happy about that because I want a nice gnarly branch. I'm going to completely ignore. that line now because I'm freestyle. And then I'll bring it back around the other way a bit. Okay, and then that will sort of be enough for me to show you. This is a lovely technique too if you've got sort of multiple branches all heading in different directions. It makes it quite easy to be able to start a new branch, say from here, and lead it out because you're going to be able to conceal it when your needle turn over. And the same in this direction, I can pop one underneath this piece going a different way. I'll cut this little bit off. Thank you, Rosemary. Yes, Steve brought it back from China for me. And it is super, super soft. So girls, if you're having trouble with the internet, it's actually not us, we don't think. It's the wonderful broadband, and Rob's been working on it tirelessly, so I do apologise. It's a little bit hit and miss. Okay, so, and it also seems to be depending where you are, which doesn't make sense. So now that this is down, and this is the actual wrong side of our work, we're going to flip this up and over, and then all of this bit here, we can tuck it in, hold it down with your nail, and you can have it as wide or as thin as you like. So you're in control of making it smooth or making it random. And then I'm going to slip stitch it down. So you can see I can really, really tuck it under so it's super narrow. But then what I can also do is I can bring it like that, so it's all like super thick. So you're literally using the seam allowance on the other side to pad out the branch. We're going to use, if you're in the Applique Sampler Club, look out, we're going to use this technique in one of our final blocks. I just want to do a little bit more here. It's also one that gets featured in the Geisha quilt too. So if I can hold that up and show you, so you can get a really chunky, gnarly branch. Now what you can also do with this, if I was doing this in a lovely batik, say in a taupe or something over the top, you can come back over and whip stitch over this with just say one strand of embroidery thread as well, in say a slightly lighter or a darker colour, and that's going to add more of an effect to what you're doing. It's going to look like what am I thinking of? Wisteria vines, the way that they will twist and get all gnarly when they grow and go up over a trellis or something. And when you do topiary trees and things, and people get the two actual stems or trunks and weave them together, so you can get some really, really cool effects. I just want to give this a little bit of a press. All right, give me 2 seconds and I'll just see. Hello? Can you tell Dad the internet's screwed? Tell. Did you hear me say that? I hope you didn't. Alright, I said stuffed. Okay, so I just want to give this a little press. And then I can hold it up for you. You could even put a little bit of cord or a little bit of pearl thread or something underneath this as well as you go, so that you pad it out just a little bit more.
It's Optus, not us.
It's Optus?
We can't do anything about it.
Oh, so when are we going to do something about it? Do we think it's Optus today?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Optus today. That's a shame.
No, as in it's Optus's fault that it's bad.
Oh, it's Optus's fault.
Yeah.
Why has it got bad all of a sudden now, though? Or is it just today? We shall investigate. Alright, I just want to pin this. And I can hold it up and show you. So can you see that there? So you can have little twists and turns and pleats. So I think if you have a look at this, you look at all these branches, you could easily use this method to create your own effect with the tree and branches. And it's nice to do. It's really, really nice to do. The same, so I'll pop that one down here. The same with the purple. I know what you're all going to say. You're all going to say, it's in some spots and not others. So it's going to be, sorry, just talking technically now, like I know what I'm talking about. I used to throw in, my dad worked for Telstra for 37 years, but I don't do that to him anymore. It's going to be a tower. It's going to be a satellite or a tower. Someone spilt some coffee on the console is usually what we say. With this one, most of you know the first thing that would come to my mind would be to ruche it to create wisteria or lavender heads or something like that. And you're going to get a beautiful effect. Just beautiful with that one. Okay. How are you going, Kui-san? Oh, that's nice. Now, the other thing too, I just wanted to talk about backgrounds. We always have black magic in stock. And we really made a conscious decision about what other dark fabrics we would regularly have a good stock of all the time, or continually have a good stock of all the time this year, because of what we know is coming up in terms of clubs and all sorts of things. So I just wanted to share with you what we decided. And you'll see so many new solids going up all the time. Ready for a new solids club that we're doing, and this colour is called Liberty Blue. So when I think about what we're going to be doing with all of those solids, I've got 3 fabrics in mind that are going to work with everything I'm doing, if that makes sense, besides black. So this is Liberty Blue, and as I mentioned, solids are no longer the cheap and cheerful of the patchwork industry. For a good solid, we have to now pay for one. So these are $19.50. So I suppose Black Magic is up to $16.50, but to get these and to get them coming through consistently the same from batch to batch, I suppose is the most important thing to me. So this is Liberty Blue. Hey, Chucky. Oh, I'll go and get the other one in a minute when Em comes back. And then there's this one. This is a beautiful dark grey, and this is, I don't even know if it has a name. It's 940. But I got Steve to tag them. It's just a beautiful dark gunmetal grey. So that if you don't want to go full black, you don't have to. But this particularly, we've held it up against everything that we want to run it with this year. You can run it up against aquas and teals. You can put it with reds and oranges. It will go with all the greens. So we've tried to find ones that will go with everything. Anyway. So I suppose what I'm trying to say, if you wanted one of those, you can order in confidence knowing that we're going to have them pretty much all year. And then these are the batiks that I wanted to pull down to show you that are new, that are in, that also go with all of these if you are collecting. So this is Election Day. I'm a little skeptical, because you would think it would be a blue, like red, white and blue, so I'm not quite sure. It's not that blue, but it's a beautiful, bright sky blue. It is really, really lovely. So that one's new. This is Sea Mist. I don't think we've had Sea Mist since we were in the shop in Beaumaris, which is very neglectful of me. Stunning, absolutely stunning. It will go with all of these new fabrics. It will also go with Melba. So that's super gorgeous. Soft, sagey, tealy green. And then, what is going on at Moorabbin Airport? It's like it's an air show day. This is Hyacinth. How can you not love Hyacinth? She's beautiful. Actually, she goes really nicely with that ombre. And this is just beautiful. This is, look, this is Julie. Julie, do you know the history of Hyacinth and Julie? Sounds like, I don't know. Hyacinth and Julie were and still are the original boutiques that we used for the clematis flowers in the Oriental Baltimore.
Yes.
It sounds like Hyacinth and Julie came to visit the patchwork shop, doesn't it?
It does. It reminds
But
me
they
of...
were.
Oh, it was Lucinda and something, the two dolls from the,
The two
bad
dolls from
mice.
the dollhouse. See, I said we haven't had seamless since we were at the shop.
Oh, no.
I don't-
We went out of batiks for
We
a while.
didn't do boutiques for a while. We were a little bit too self-focused on Under the Australian Sun and printing fabric and... Stay, don't move. Wait. Wait.
Is this a game of statues?
Statues. Alright, then just to finish off everything that goes with these. Ombre. 3207 all day long.
Where's the other one?
What's the other one? This one.
Yeah, I like that one.
You like this one?
Yeah.
Now, this one we didn't have before Christmas, and this was not a Boxing Day thing. This is QV. We haven't had QV for ages. So this goes purple blue. Yeah.
Flip it. What's it do when you flip it?
That's mirror. These are mirror.
No, sorry. Perpendicular.
You want me to go this way?
No. Let's
This way.
keep going. Yeah, I wanted to see the dark with the dark, and then, oh, no, maybe not.
No, it's the other way around. But in here, look at it with the butterflies.
Oh, that's sensational.
And then, for those that are wondering or who grabbed their fairy... you haven't seen Fancy?
Is
This
that
is Fancy. Fancy's in.
It's pretty fancy.
But so would Purple 6644 Metallic Fusions. Speaking Kaufman language.
Yes. Would you like me to get you one of those?
It all...
Mm.
I think it's...
They're all friends.
Anyone, I think I liked teal, Emma. This, did you see this? Has got... It's
Blue
got teal
over
luster.
frosting, yeah.
You know what I haven't done since we've been home? I had the business at home.
What?
I haven't done that thing. I used to go back to the warehouse at night on my own and walk in and go, mine,
That
and
was not mine
kind of pretend it was my stash.
It is your stash.
I know, but now it's in my.
Now it's actually in your house.
Did you see I brought in a heliotrope? Well, you don't want to see the price on the back.
Oh, or the dead bit over here.
We did a bit over there. I'm going to put it up today. Isn't it pretty?
Very cute.
You know what it's commonly called?
Tell me.
Vanilla plant.
Okay.
And just you know, to give you the full service, I Hint Hut 977. That's the Chewy checkout suggestion for the week. You know about Chewy checkouts when you're at the checkout, you grab your Chewy.
It's just clicked. I'm thinking Chewbacca, but you mean chewing gum.
Because it's not going to cost any more for your postage to get your thread, but if you order your thread on its own, it costs you $9.
Yeah.
All right. So black is. Take those.
Black.
Now this is 930. This looks very nice, as does 953. Slightly tonal variegateds to go with these guys. So for quilting later, for piecing, see how that that will work. Yeah. With all of that, or you might need some black. I'm out of here. What you doing?
Don't go long. We're done.
Oh, we're done. So are we
It's a
we
bit of a
ironed?
show and tell. Yeah.
Okay. So what you got? Ooh.
Do you want to stay there and
You
drive
can-
the camera?
I'll stay here and drive the camera.
Okay. And make me look like I don't have any makeup on.
Do
'Cause
the
you have
girls
to-
realise that we're actually like this because I'm super immune at the moment because I've done it. Been there
I'm
and
triple
done that.
boosted.
And she's triple boosted. So.
But I'm still conscious that I've
And
been
you
on a
had-
plane.
And Em's had her mask on when Rob's around because of Robbie Rob, but he's now tripled. It sounds like we've all been in the Olympics. He's tripled, he's doubled, and he's done a twist, and he's...
He really has done all the twists and turns.
Oh, Sue's here from California.
Hello, Sue from California. I think we might want an overhead. Do we want an overhead? This has just got plastic on it, so it didn't go foofing while I was
Alright,
talking.
you do that and I'll read.
I think I brought too many things back with me. We still need the distractions.
See? The girls on Telstra were fine.
There you go.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so...
Sorry, I'm reading everything.
It's alright. We just lost a moment of focus.
Sorry.
Literally focus, not
you-
you focus.
Oh,
this
are you right?
focus.
Are you okay?
Yeah,
Do you need me? I'm reading what everyone said. Look, there's lots of messages to read.
I'm seeing blank screen, sorry. So, you can see over here this block, if I go like this, because I've pieced these entirely so that you can see them. I've only used 4 different contrasting fabrics in our little sample here. That's right, I can't see where the edge of the camera is. So when you've got 8, you do lots of switcheroo and it essentially makes blocks in the 2 different orientations. So I have the orientation where this little angle is, and then I have the orientation, it's not Ginny the cat crawling under the
You need to get a bell.
And
What'd you just do?
And then I have the opposite orientation. So remember when we had the 2 big triangles, half square triangles, and I said it is important to make sure that you do make them up you cut them. It's when you get into cutting them in the 2-inch strips, follow the instructions and do exactly what it says. Otherwise your blocks will all be like this or all be like this, and you won't get this star pattern. So I've arranged my set of all that angle over there, and then you come along and piece them, and that's how you get the little starburst in the middle. And we all know that that's bigger because of the seam allowances that I haven't taken up yet. But to get the opposite, not the star in the middle orientation, you very cleverly just spin the blocks around and you get that void in the middle look. Have I got, no, I need to go a bit further. I'm going to knock the switcher off the table.
Oh, can I just talk to Sue instead of texting her back? Oh, wait,
hang on, let's
You
so the
finish
girls
that?
can see that now I've got that void in the middle, and it's just one of those magic things, like when you change the orientation of most blocks, most generic blocks, like log cabins where you've got dark and light sides. Again, it's dark and light sides, and it's just changing the orientation. So that's how you do it. It comes with the U-Butte. Where am I? U-Butte.
And we're telling the girls to trust the pattern.
Yeah, do what you're told.
Yeah.
And the folded corner clipper extra large ruler.
So, yeah, and what we should explain is we did sell these on their own last year, still in the warehouse. So what we have actually done is, we know a lot of you have already got the template, so we've put the fabric kit up separately, and then it tells you down the bottom if you don't have the template, you can go and buy it, because we knew that a lot of people already had it. I've seen some beautiful ones made up. Some girls have made them up. These are really good, Em. Gee, Mum might like this. Well, we'll find out, because she'll watch this on YouTube tonight. She'll be watching it on YouTube. Oh, it is. It's lovely. Just needs a big bunch of, I thought of her, a bunch of cottage flowers.
Cottage flowers, yeah,
in the middle.
pastels.
Girls in America are going into spring. Did you ever do that as a kid? Wonder why on earth everything for Easter came with
flowers.
daffodils?
Yep.
Because it all came from up there. Thanks, Steve. So, Sue. No, we did try and... So Susie is worrying why she couldn't get her postage to work. So we were emailing back. So we're not sure why you didn't get our emails. So we're really sorry about that. But if you do try and order again now, please let us know if you can't get in and we'll just ring you. For some reason, we're not sure why you didn't get our emails. I replied to Christine. Christine was asking about threads. So you use King Tut. King Tut is... what am I trying to say?
Weight?
Oh, wait. I'm just trying to do the... This is
Can
50,
you read it?
isn't it?
Sorry.
I can't read them. They're not even on there. I can't see it.
It's 40 weight.
This is 40 weight. And then...
And you use a 90-14 needle, and it says that
I've told the girls that my eyesight's improved and I can't see a thing either way. That's 40, that's 50? Athena's 50. Fine.
60. This is 60 weight.
Okay, so this is a thicker thread, if you want, which I use for machine piecing and machine quilting. Having said that, let me say this, as opposed to saying, yeah, but. We hand piece with this. I wouldn't needle turn necessarily, probably used to, but I would hand piece with this. Beautiful hand piece, nice and strong. Then the Athena is still a strong thread, but it's much finer, so it's beautiful for, again, handwork, needle turn, applique, piecing, but handwork. If you've got a flash machine like we do, and you find that you the tension is too strong for a finer thread that hasn't got the tensile thread of these, there is no reason why you can't just drop the upper thread tension on your Bernina to for that to work. That's simple fixed. Okay, so I think we've been through everything. I just got Steve, in case you can't see it, to put a footer on, because a couple of you said, where can we get today's specials? So there's a link down the bottom of the comments now for you. Thanks, Stevie, for popping that up. And that's a lot. Stephen is now going to come and trash the stand.
Take everything away.
Because he's going
And sell it.
Can I have the fabric shet? Can I have the fabric shet to start cutting kits? So I'm going to put that one down. So that's the one. That's
How many of those has he already sold? Those kits?
I don't know.
Okay.
Do you want to ask him? Do we? Well, no, we shouldn't do that. I do ask him, just so I know. Because I said to the girls that when we're done, we'll put. So that they're those beautiful panels. These were the other ones. Sorry, I forgot to pull them down and show them to you in all their glory. So that's the big floral. So they are super strong colours. You know, I think a wall hanging, stunning, and a really beautiful piece in a hallway, maybe on a side wall in a bedroom or above the bed with a couple of other more simple panels either side. I'm not sure, but handbag. Absolutely, but just beautiful. Such a statement that you could just wear with black. Maybe even no, Mel, you didn't miss the Desert Pea. That's on Chandler's Cottage applique sampler next time. We do it on the club one. But just this with black in a bag would be really lovely. And if you did like the psychedelic swirls. What's the far out Brussels sprout?
There are 6 of those kits left.
No. Oh, should we tell them that? So so there's only 6 kits left. Does that include the one you stole, Steve?
He didn't steal it. He's taking it out of his wages.
But that swirl's beautiful. I was just saying to the girls, this floral. Well, if you're going to make that to go over the bed, then this is kind of the cushion. This is... I want this in a Seminole on point border.
Nice.
Now I'm panicking. I'm feeling, wait, what do I want before it's all gone?
Finish up so I can start cutting the kits,
Okay,
please.
I'm getting out of the way. Thank you very, very much. I'm going to pop in just short term, just a quick little one later in the week. There's something I want to show you that's coming in, and Chandler's Cottage applique sampler girls, I will be back with you as well at the latest, probably Friday, Saturday to go through the next blocks and special requests for Sturt Desert Pea instructions and guidance. And Quiltus Life Girls have got some stuff to go on with, and then they will see me as well for reverse applique butterflies. You're so funny. Later on. All right, thank you very much everyone for joining us today. That was fun. It's quite scary. We can do all that again with a whole heap of other new stuff that's arrived out there. So, but regardless of what happens in the middle, we'll be back at 2 o'clock next Tuesday as well, and we'll fit some others in the meantime. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Sam. That was fun.
I'll put my face on next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Would you like me to cut you some kids' love?